online. Your treat today is you get John for a whole hour. It's not just going to be for a couple of minutes. So we have been happy and fortunate to have John for, I can't remember how many years, but every program we have has had John at the forefront. And part of that is because he preaches the gospel with respect to exercise and how important that is to aging adults. But for us, more importantly, he's here because you keep asking for him. So he can't go home. So he's stuck with us for forever. In any event, what you may or may not realize is that Mr. Lewis is actually a former professional football player. He has his own fitness company and business. And outside of when you see him here at BrainTalk Live, he works with seniors in the metro Atlanta community to get them more physically active and physically engaged. Now, when we start talking about Alzheimer's and brain dysfunction and brain health, what are some of the things that we tell you all the time? What's good for your heart is good for your brain. So in terms of dementia prevention, we've learned that physical activity, cardiovascular exercises, that's running, that's walking, that's swimming, dancing, are all important to maintain blood flow, but maintaining that blood flow through exercise is something that also helps you lower your blood pressure, helps you resist some emotional stress that helps to lower your blood pressure. Lowering your blood pressure reduces your risk of chronic disease caused by chronic hypertension. End result of chronic hypertension is heart disease, maybe even strokes. And exercise is really important as a preventative for making sure that you maintain brain health. Now, in Alzheimer's disease research, we've learned that there is a genetic component to Alzheimer's. And there are maybe 30 different genes that are associated with the development of dementia Alzheimer's. But most people in the Deep South, most of us who live in the stroke belt, are suffering from something called vascular dementia that's a result of poorly managed cardiovascular disease. So what are the cardiovascular disease risk factors that we want to mitigate and make it less likely that you develop brain dysfunction? High blood pressure, I already talked about. A 20-year history of uncontrolled hypertension is associated with brain dysfunction. Dementia, I'm not going to say Alzheimer's, I'm going to say brain dysfunction and dementia. But the other things that are associated with cardiovascular disease are obesity, being overweight, having a body mass index of greater than 30, having poorly managed metabolic problems like high cholesterol, having diabetes. Now, many of us in this room grew up with our folks, our grandparents telling us they had sugar, they had the diabetes, and if they just took this pill and they just took this shot, they'd be all right. What doctors at that time neglected to tell people, and partly because they didn't know, was that eating differently and exercising, being physically active, would prevent the development and onset of diabetes, would prevent and resist the development of hypertension, things that have a tendency to make your brain go kaflooey. In any event, you'll hear us say, let's talk about better exercise, better diet, more heart healthy things. Anything that improves heart or cardiovascular health is going to be something that's going to improve your overall health. Sleep deprivation, sleep apnea is a risk factor for developing dementia. Why? Because when we sleep, your brain has an opportunity to clear the amyloid that's associated with Alzheimer's. When you don't sleep, you don't do that. You also, when you have sleep apnea, don't get enough oxygen to your brain to allow good cellular health that allows cells to be properly programmed, if you will, for survival. So sleep apnea, it's a cardiovascular risk factor for stroke. It's a cardiovascular risk factor for heart attacks, but it's also a main risk factor for developing brain dysfunction. We're going to say vascular dementia. In people of color, the genetics, we talk about ApoE3 and ApoE4, and people who have 2 copies of the ApoE4 gene are at higher risk for developing Alzheimer's. But we've identified more than 30 different genes as such that are associated with Alzheimer's. But that being said, there are certain things, cardiovascular disease has a tendency to turn on certain genes and elicit what we call the Alzheimer's cascade. In African Americans, there's a gene called the ABCA7 gene. And in the presence of poorly controlled hypertension, it turns on the switch that makes the Alzheimer's cascade go. That's why these things are important. So today, we're going to be treated to John, who's going to do his professional job, not just to entertain you and get you moving with the exercise, but to explain to you how important exercise is and how we can incorporate greater exercise into our day-to-day activity. After we hear from John today, next month, you're going to be hearing more from cardiovascular providers connecting the strings or the connection points between heart disease and the development of Alzheimer's and related dementias. So at this time, John, I know he's over there hiding. Come on, John. Where is he? I saw you in the corner. Come on, John Lewis. Where is he?
Extend your legs, make sure you feel your legs. Arms, drop your arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Yeah. It's gonna teach you. Yeah. On your toes.
Hey. First of all, I'd like to thank you for this opportunity at Emory today. That video was just to not alarm you, but over the years, I've been a real advocate for being active. I believe that movement is life. Movement is life. So I do so many things to keep me interested in being active. But today, you're going to learn a lot about how you can continue on your journey in being and having a quality of life. But before that, I got to warm y'all up. So let's get ready to go. Here we go. And it's all about feeling good. I see some faces who was working out with me earlier. Y'all get the double double. I really I would. Come on, feel good. Turn that way. Turn that way now. I really I would. I'm loving the fight. So good. I got it here. I feel nice. We get that way down. Still the fire. I feel nice. I should have responded. Great job. Hey. I need that upper body. It's gonna be quick now. Let's go. We creating that circulation right now. You know how that foot go to sleep? Come on, train vibration. Let's go. Bop. There you go. Get good shoulders, good chest. Watch this. I added that waist in now. Watch it now. Watch it. Go, 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 go. Come on. Come on. Watch it now. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. Come on. Good shoulders. Good legs. Good chest. Come on. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Great job. Hey, y'all know we have to get those abs now. And then we're gonna get ready to run. Lean back, slide down. We're gonna get those lower abs. Something's got a hold of me lately. Come on now. Oh, I don't know myself anymore. Why? Now we're getting those side obliques. Feels like the walls are all. I'm getting a little stretch of that lower back. Can I get a little tight? Right, come on now. How many times did I press? Over it's taking a toll on me. I love this smile face. Don't y'all stop on me, you ass. Don't you know? Come on now. Great job. If y'all haven't experienced the class, y'all just getting a taste today. Y'all just getting a taste today. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, and I say, party people, the dreams have been fulfilled. Now we're getting over here. When we're still on that waistline. I'm glad to see the men in the building. Come on. We gotta go. Watch it now. Go. We get the inner thigh. Come on. Great job. I want to say great job, great job. Hey, what we're experiencing right now in America Crystal. Halfway. What we're experiencing in America right now is through the research over the years, for over these 30-some years of doing what I do, it's all been about researching how you can expand your body, how you can work on cardiovascular, and staying enthused about being active. Staying enthused about being active. I want you to look at the overall overweight, 30%. Obesity, 40%. Severe obesity, 10%. Borderline overweight, 15%. Just good condition, 5%. That number alone is what I am all about, people being active. This has been my lifestyle all my life. I don't even know, I've never been out of shape. So I don't even understand being out of shape. So give me that right there. You say, oh, I don't know. Because in America, that we just need to do more. It's so many ways you can do it without going into a gym. I don't have a membership. Back in the day, guess what you had? Saturday morning, you had that vacuum. They cut on that music, and you had that vacuum. Now you have robots around the house. You know, you're picking up your feet and you're still on your phone. Nobody now, we can pull up to a car wash and run your car through. Instead of you bending and getting them squats in as you wash it, you getting those shoulders, you getting that lats, that rotator cuff. Wash on, wash off. We missing the essence of just being active. Now men, number one thing men say, I've been in the military, or I did play sports. Every excuse in the world. Men have more excuses than women, than anybody in the world. Men. Today, before I go into exercise, I'm gonna put together a formula to understand why cardiovascular and taking care of your temple is so important. You're gonna learn about peace and how it intertwines with love, and don't get those two confused. So I'm gonna separate it. Laughter. When y'all find out how laughter is a very important part of life, this is gonna come all together, how exercise is the basis, but you gotta have all these elements to be complete. See, people thought I was only gonna talk about the physical, but these components have to come together. But guess what? The number one word that I believe in, one of the number one words I believe in, endorphins. Endorphins. I'm gonna get to endorphins in a minute. Who wanna reduce anxiety? Reduce depression, improve mood, boost self-esteem. For all these elements, who would want to have this checklist all in their life? Every day. Every day. Not on Monday, not just on Sunday, not only when the kids over, not when your husband is gone, or they in the house. Come on, it's not. If you can balance this every day, let's say you do half of this every day, you're still developing a quality of life because of endorphins. I'm gonna get to endorphins in a minute. I'm gonna get to it. We go to the next one. Endorphins. Endorphins is almost like this light switch. I can cut it on by peace and love. I show hate, I can cut it off, but it goes into another part of endorphins that's negative for your body. Endorphins is just like this light. You can cut it on when you're happy and the energy is up. You heard that anxiety when you had somebody you was fond of, and that anxiety you had, you started sweating? Endorphins. It's a happy. It's about being happy. That's what we're all about. Let's go to the first one. Peace. I'm gonna start off with peace. Peace is getting confused right now, and it's causing another pandemic to happen. You know what it is? Loneliness. Oh, yeah. What is loneliness at? We go to the next one. Go back. Loneliness. When we discuss loneliness, 60% of America have experienced loneliness. It's the new epidemic. Why? Phones, television, peace, saying, you know, I don't want to be around people because I want to be at peace. I just, you know, I don't have that many friends because it's too much negative going out. I don't socialize because I want to be at peace. They confuse it. But then they get into a state of loneliness. Some people are treating their kids like, you know, it's too much going on out in the streets. It's too much going on at the park. There's too much going on, and they stay in the house, and they create loneliness. They give them the game, give them the tablet, and we have created loneliness. Just hindering on our body. It's hindering on our body. Endorphins. Remember, endorphins. It's in the brain. It's sending signals. It's like a light switch. Next one is love. Love. Y'all don't even want to go to how much the world is missing love. We're missing love at the highest in every spiritual, physical, whatever have you. I was on the listening to the radio, and the radio said, does women have a hard time getting a man, and men have a hard time getting a woman? So many demands from a woman. So men don't have all the demands. So many other things that don't have nothing to do with attraction, the interaction or what have you. The holding of the hand, the being courteous at the door, pulling the chair out for the women. Sometimes the woman just throwing the plate on the table. Sometimes they don't even know about plating. Learn about plating. Color on the plate. Color on the plate. We have to take it back to the natural roots of things. My man, they don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. They don't want to do this. Love. Love is it's so positive. It's positive interaction. Get around one of them family members. You go to that family reunion and say, hey, we don't want none of that today. Take your luggage and leave it where it need to be. Today, we're going to have a good time. Put it out there. Get back to the family reunions. Them short family gatherings. Hey, I know y'all want to do all that. Y'all cut it off today, and let's do this. Let's play some games. Cut it off. That phone, I know it. If you're not making any money at the moment with that phone, put it down for a minute. Let's communicate. Love. Love. Next one. Oh, man. That alone, I seen your faces smirking and people laughing. Laughter is another part of endorphins. Laughter. Some people only look at scary movies. Some people only look at love movies. Comedy. The end of the day is laughter also works on the face. You ever laugh so hard and you got a cramp? Guess what? Them abs. That's abs. You ever laugh so hard till you was out of breath? You're like, I got to catch my breath. Guess what? You're breathing at a certain rate. Endorphins are kicking up. Do you feel like you can move fast? You're like, let me get away from you. You walk like this, all of a sudden you start laughing, you running away. Endorphins, laughter. Laughter is so important. I mean, in our personal life, my wife and I, every day we are cracking jokes. Every day. Laughter. And through the research of peace, love, and laughter, increase the endorphins. I haven't even worked out yet. I haven't picked up a weight. I haven't did no cardio. I haven't walked. I haven't did anything. And I have worked on my body and did something for my temple. Instead of saying, I'm going to bed. Rest is good. Over rest, but the movement and understanding that you must bilaterally move. Bilateral, left to right, right to left, up and down, twist to certain left to right. We have to keep it moving. Keep it moving. And I knew when they asked me to come, I said, I know I'm gonna do the physical. Y'all gonna let me do it my way? My way? I said, because there's so many important things for all my athletes out there that understand I don't train from a physical. I train from a mental. The Navy SEALs of athleticism. When I train a client, I train them to say, if something happened in your life, you can get away. So I'm always targeting and triggering different things to stimulate them to continue on their journey. That's why I say, come to the pool. Come to the chair dance. Come to the standing dance. Come on, let's go walk the mountain. Come on, let's go on this retreat. Let's go to the beach. Let's go here. But men, every excuse in the world. Every excuse in the world. Next one. Oh, we's off? So when they get it, so we have to understand endorphins. It's going to be embedded in your head. I'm working on my endorphins because it's going to help electrify my body, because it's like electricity to your body from your brain. And when we get into physical, here we go. Boom. Boom. And we have to understand that it's not only your responsibility for your body, but for your grandkids or your children. We have not adopted the ways of passing it on, teaching them the way, taking them to the gym. My mother took me to the gym at a young age. Walking. It's so many parks out here. Why? There's so many trainers out here. Why? It's so many opportunities. Y'all just getting dressed in the morning and coming here. That was a workout. Getting in that car, going up and down, that car vibrating. You remember that little thing your mom put around your waist and it vibrates and she's trying to lose weight? That car is vibrating, creating circulation. You might hit a bump or two in Atlanta, but it done jerk you and woke you up. You ever seen the car go over to the side and you go, and you wake back up? I haven't done it, but I heard about it. But you woke up. Vibration. Amen. It speaks for itself. It just speaks for itself. The benefit of mood and mental health, endorphin boost endorphins. I can go on and on. Let's go to the next one. Men and women. I started going calculating. I started for 2 years just saying all the excuses in the world. But I'm going to pull this one out. I don't like to sweat. Okay. So you don't want no toxins out of your body. So that air condition don't sweat, and all the toxins in your body. Do you think your body will be polluted or not? Okay, I'll take it. I'm skinny. Skinny people live long? They're saying, oh, she's gonna live to 100, 120 because she's skinny. She ain't got no health problem. Diabetes gonna skip all over her because she's skinny. Women love my stomach. That's the new one. This one right here, the new one. Oh, women love my stomach. Oh, what is it? What is it? That's a whole nother chapter we have to go through. My spouse says, I'm okay. No. She's not going to determine my health. My mother, my father, my kids, nobody is going to determine my health. You can motivate me, but you're not going to determine saying this is it. No. My family is big-boned. I understand you have certain dimensions of bodies or what have you, figures, but your inner organs still need to be activated. That doesn't mean you just gonna overindulge. What's we have here? I'm gonna die anyway. That's just selfish. I just put that in selfish. But all this can go on and on and on to all the excuses we have. But if you love being energized and feeling happy and about endorphins in your life, and you're gonna everybody have went through about 10 of these excuses. Everybody in the world have at least went through some of these. Just check them out. I don't have no shoes. Gym too far. I can't afford a gym. My children keep me busy. The doctor said, what? I never lost weight. I'm just too lazy. No equipment. I don't have any health problems. I have a friend of mine. I know he's probably watching right now. And he's over, you say 5, 4? Over 400 pounds. No health problems. None. None. I'm talking about he going there getting checked and he walking out like, he barely walking out. He can't breathe. I'm telling you, he gonna talk. I'm talking about you. But the thing is, it's a walking time bomb. I'm always on him like, okay, it's coming. To motivate him, not to demean him, to motivate. It's coming. Let's stop with the excuses and let's find a way every day for endorphins to be happy, to have peace, to have love, and exercise. Next. Now this one right here. Now we're about to go into the physical. Let me go in my box. Yeah. Okay. Everything is intertwined. What's the most injuries that we have going into our senior years, athletes have, is knees, hips, shoulder, neck, back. Wait, I forgot one more. Brain, mental. We're gonna take these ankles. So we're going all the joints. Boom, boom, boom. We're gonna go all the way up. All these muscle groups, nothing in there helps support the bones but these muscles, right? So if we have knee problems and we don't work on the inner, the center, and the outer quad, it will not support that knee. So if this is weak, it's gonna put more pressure here and it's gonna scrub. Or you're gonna tear ACL, meniscus, patella, all that. So we have to work on 3 parts. Now look how they intertwine. This right here wraps here and then it comes around to the glutes. How they interact with the hip. If the hip tight, it putting pressure here, your knee will hurt. You think you need to stretch here, but you need to stretch the hip flexors and the glutes to take the pressure off your ACL. How it intertwines with the hip. You have the hip flexors and it's all intertwined. These muscles are intertwining for that hip. So as you age, you must do more weight training. The bones may deteriorate a little bit, but the muscles keep firing, growing a little bit. If we now I don't even want to go into food. That's gonna take too long. I'm not gonna take too long. We're talking about the physical right now. So then we go into the shoulder, the rotator cuff. We use that rotator cuff for everything. Picking up, going down, vacuuming, that rotator cuff always at work. It's always at work. No matter what you do. Clapping your hands at church, putting your hands up, swimming, whatever you're doing, putting your clothes on, that rotator cuff gets a lot of work. Even when you're walking, you're getting it. So I want to make sure that everything we have, look at the spine. If we're not supporting all the muscle groups in our body, we're going to fail. You're going to start humping over. It's going to start arching and scrubbing, and you're going to hurt these vertebrae. We have to do resistance. Women always come to me and say, I don't want to be big. You know how long it'll take you to be a muscular Lee Haney, a bodybuilder? It's how proper you do your weight training. Life. So with that, I'm going to bring it back and we're going to go to the physical. Good. I want to say to this. In March, I'm about to deliver out some real packages about 500 to 1,000 videos, 5 minutes, and it's now no more excuses. No more excuses. Today, I want to make sure we can open up the floor for any questions y'all have, for anything y'all have to want to know about.
We can open up the floor. How long we have? 5 minutes. Any questions? Yes.
How long does it take maybe a woman to put on muscle versus a man if they're doing like about the same weight training or strength training?
It's about the same. It's how much you might have to put a little bit more into it because, but you're dealing with different chemicals like in your body and food. So food determines that your growth. Food determines, they can come at the same rate. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Are there exercises that will work for sciatic nerve pain?
Oh man, stretching.
Are there exercises for sciatic nerve pain?
Stretching, and I go to the pool. I'm an advocate for the pool. I go once a week to take that pressure off. I had bad sciatic nerve, and I had the opportunity to go to China. And the little short guy told me, he said, stretch. No, no, acupuncture, stretch. You're gonna have to stretch, and it's gonna be stretching where it's right at that level where it's at, and stay there, and you're gonna go further and further. But it's continuous, and stretching and movement. So you can elongate those tendons. Yeah. Another one.
What do you do about a cramp?
Oh,
When you're
cramp.
stretching and then you get a cramp, man, it's like crazy.
So we have two things with that. When you get in the camp, you could be cramp. It could be vitamin deficient, or you gotta get your vitamins up, minerals up. And some people put it in the water. Water and minerals come together and you may get those cramps out. People go into bananas, what have you, but you have to do a combination of minerals to get that stimulation out of there. So just look at your food, but also in the stretching as well, because it can knot up as well. Yes.
What about plantar fasciitis?
Oh, that is a delicate situation. It can, and it's a combination of a lot of different kind of stretching and a lot of healing, but you can do it with minerals as well. And what else you have to say about that one? Yeah, they have so many different rehabs. You got the ball, the tennis ball to roll. Then you have the ball with the little pins in it. And I have the acupuncture pads. I have that, and just continuously be consistent and see how it goes. But if you continuously working out, go to that pool, get on that bike, and keep that pressure off until it heals. Mm-hmm. And watch your shoes. Especially watch your shoes. Them shoes that tell the story.
John, we want to pivot to a couple of questions online.
Yes.
Someone asks, how long should you exercise per day? And a follow-up to that, for those who are cancer patients, how should an exercise program be incorporated?
Which one is it? Two questions?
It's same person asked a two-part question. So how long should you exercise? And if they're a cancer patient, how can you incorporate an exercise program for them?
I believe in no more excuses. If you're doing 3 minutes every day, that could equal somebody's working out 3 days a week because you're more consistent. So they doing twice a week and you're doing 10 minutes a day, you could equal and balance that out with it. So it's about your time and what you're doing and putting in consistent work, not bad work. I call bad work, you walking around the gym and don't know what to do, don't have no plan. There's no system to it. You just, where's upper body day, lower body day? And I'm like, I don't walk around and say, I'm not going to use my upper body today. It just don't use for life. It doesn't. Then the next one was,
if they're a cancer patient, how should they go about incorporating exercise?
Oh, it's about their energy. Their cancer patient, if they're taking any chemo or anything, it's about their energy. And sometimes they got to fight a little bit more because their energy is always down. And you just hope it gets your energy. Yeah. And endorphins, we back to endorphins. You creating that endorphins and the chemicals go in your body and help you can expose of some of that radiation if you are taking it, because endorphins can burn it, because it's like a microwave. The chemo is like a microwave. You can also get out in the sun and microwave as well and heat your body up. And oh, that's another thing too, is working out helps with a lot of germs in the body, infection, because you're heating your body up. So infection, you're burning, and your digestive system.
In working to build muscle structure, if there is arthritis in the area, how should you adjust your exercising?
You have to adjust your exercising with proper rehab. My rehab is the pool. I'm banging all the time, but I have a lot of equipment. I have a sauna, I have red light therapy. In the winter right now, I put on my robe, my socks, and my hat, and you go outside for inflammation. Taking a cold bath, just go outside. And if you're like, I catch a cold, we're outside all the time. Put on a hat, put on your socks, go out in your robe, and free, and then inflammation, just like taking an ice bath. Similar to, yeah. So different tricks you can do without spending a lot of money. So I work out and then I do my rehab days. So if that's Pilates, if that's stretching tools, rolling out, stuff like that. So that's how I measure it out.
Excellent. Any more questions here in the room? Okay.
Yeah, I was diagnosed with heart failure some months back, and I worry about pushing myself exercising because I don't want to have a heart attack or a cardiac arrest. So how should I go about exercising?
You have to find your own measurements. You may know the bicycles that's on the floor. Now you can put them on the table, right? So I did take a client and I'm measuring. I say, give me some when you start panting a little bit. Boom, they're looking at the clock. Okay, that's when you start panting. That's my scale. So it took 5 minutes for me to pant. Boom, boom, boom. Next time I look at that clock, boom, boom. It took 5 minutes again. I hope I get better. Like, okay, it took 10 minutes now. So you got to measure, you got to find a gauge to find out how far you can go instead of just backing off, because then you're downhill.
Any one final question before we turn it over to John to close us out? Okay.
Yes. Hey, first of all, I want to recap the saying, understand that peace, love, laughter, and exercise, put it all together. No more excuses. Everybody in this room, everybody that's online, no more excuses. But I want to be a part of the problem. In March, I am releasing anything you can think of, chair aerobics, office fit, dorm fit, truck driver fit, anything you could think of, only 5 minutes. I'm John Lewis, and see you later, bye. Yes, let's get it. Last component, we're gonna do some stretching for that sciatic nerve. What we have? Somebody sciatica. That foot plantitis, and somebody said something else. Any backs? Oh, body sculpting. Okay, for muscle tone. Okay, I have it right here. I'm finna intertwine it all in together. Here we go. Grab that chair. Let me find that favorite song of mine, and we gonna go. Sciatic nerve, you got me? I might need you to walk up. You wanna come up a little bit so I can see? Right leg forward. Toe up. Nice and smooth. There you go, straighten that leg out. Which leg is left or right? Just one right now. Come on, don't let that leg pop out. And switch. Just play your favorite song at home. Both legs. And it flows. Come on. Rest. Wide. Roll it back over, open. Toes pointed out. Watch this. Going this way. Other way. I'm opening up. Open. There we go. We up, feet together, chest up, and left, right, left, right. Breathe. Up. Come on, come on. Rest. Turn. Grab. And switch. And good. Everybody behind your chair. Last one, last one. Behind your chair. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Behind that chair. Let's go. Toes out. You go a little bit wider. You're taller. Take your legs out a little bit wider. Hold on. Oh, watch it. And I'm getting them shoulders. Watch this. Shoulders, shoulders. Boom. There we go. You need to go a little bit wider. Yeah, your legs long. There we go. Boom, boom. Watch this, watch this. Boom, boom, boom. My back leg. Don't go forward, go down, 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 down. Let's switch, switch. Boom, 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 boom. Come on. Boom, boom, boom. Back, back. Bring it up. There we go. We getting those hips. Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. Bring back. Boom, boom. I want you to stay right here. Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Come on. Boom, 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 boom. Other way. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. I see it. Boom. Watch this. Watch it. Watch it. Let's go. Go round. Go round. Come on. Come on. Watch it. Other way. Other way. Go. Go. Hold that chair now. And good. And good. I want to say thank you, thank you. I'm John Lewis, and see you later. Bye.